Hola, I'm Ray Green, and today we're going to talk about one improvement and one mistake that solopreneurs can make when it comes to pricing their services. Now, I've done 30 or so strategy sessions with solopreneurs over the past couple of weeks, and one topic has come up more than any other, like be it directly or indirectly, and it's been the subject of pricing in general, and it's how do I charge? Like hourly with a package, how much should I charge? And, or even, how much is too much? How much is not enough? And today, what I'm going to do is just share one really common mistake that I see when it comes to pricing and one improvement that solopreneurs can make, that you can make to really easily ensure that you and your clients both come out winners when it comes to hiring you to execute some services. So I'll start with the common mistake. And the most common mistake that I see with solopreneurs selling professional services, particularly like knowledge workers, is pricing the wrong part of the service. And so it's really common for clients to think that they want your time, and that's what you may set your price on, is your time. And the formula oftentimes when I've talked to people looks something like this. I need to make $250,000 a year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that by 52 weeks in a year. And then I'm going to divide that by the 40 hours in the work week. And what I'm going to get is 120 bucks an hour. Not bad, right? Well, that doesn't actually make sense when you break it down. And I'm going to explain why. Clients, they want your expertise. They don't necessarily want your time. They think they want your time, but they want your expertise. So when I'm talking to a business for our consulting side of the business, so like one of our sales audits, they're typically suffering from some suboptimal situation in sales. It's sales are not high enough. They aren't growing quickly enough. They're declining. They're random, and we need to make them repeatable, and they don't know how to fix it. They want to know how to fix it. So we have the sales audit, and with the sales audit, I help them get answers. But to do that, I'm actually drawing on experience and knowledge that I've acquired over 20 years as a salesperson, as a sales executive, as a marketing executive, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, with my MBA. I mean, whatever it is, all the books that I've read. So I've got 20 years of experience that I'm leveraging. Do they actually give a shit if it takes me 12 minutes to apply that expertise, if it solves their problem? Right. And like, in fact, like I would argue most clients would rather it take me 12 minutes than 12 weeks to give them the answers that they want. And to me, that's why pricing on time to implement or time to apply doesn't make sense for me. Doesn't make sense for knowledge workers. Doesn't make sense for most professional services where you've accumulated a shitload of knowledge and a shitload of experience over the course of a decade or more. And it may be fairly easy to apply that or implement that knowledge. But the most relevant amount of time is the time that you've invested into honing your craft, into learning, into applying, into experimenting, into leading initiatives that make it easy for you to get answers. And the better you are, the quicker the answers you can get. So if you don't price on time, what should you price on? Right. So that leads me to the one improvement. And again, the one mistake is pricing the wrong part of what you're selling. Right. And the improvement is to set your price relative to the outcome that you're delivering. Right. Now, when I've coached sales teams and solopreneurs, I've said every sale that you're like, every transaction, every sale that you make, it's motivated by a desire to change something. The prospect, the customer, the client, they have a desire to change something. Anytime that someone's making a purchase, they want to change something. Because if there was no reason to change, there'd be no reason to make a purchase. it would be a waste of money. And this is true of every purchase. It's true of buying a new pair of shoes. It's true of buying a new car. It's true of virtually anything that you can think of, but it's most certainly true for any professional service, right? Chances are the prospect of the client, they have some problem that needs solving, or they have some opportunity that they want to capitalize on and don't know how. But you probably weren't hired to keep things the same. You probably weren't hired to maintain status quo. And every change that your clients want has some value that's going to be associated with it. So every sale is about change, and every change has some value that's associated with it. So when I help solopreneurs build a client acquisition system, right? The value of that system is the cumulative amount of revenue or sales that system's going to generate, and the time that they save by building it faster than they would on their own, because they'll make investments, they'll make mistakes, it'll be slower. So it's the amount of sales and revenue that system's going to generate, and the amount of money and time that they save by not doing it on their own and not making mistakes. So one client from this system is worth $10,000, and the system that we build delivers them one client a week for the next 12 months. Does a $10,000 investment make sense to go build that machine, to go build that system? Well, sure. Relative to one $10,000 client per week for 12 months, $10,000 sounds like a no-brainer. $10,000 on its own sounds like a ton of money. And that's the power of pricing relative to the outcome that you can deliver when you can truly deliver that outcome. And when you understand that the outcome you can deliver and its value, either quantitatively or qualitatively, like even if gym memberships, whatever it is, quantitatively or qualitatively, you can create a win-win pricing structure that's separate from the time that you're personally investing into delivering that results. So your clients they're happy getting the outcome for a fraction of the benefits that they're going to receive. And you're happy getting paid what you're worth to deliver that outcome or to deliver those results. So that's the one mistake, pricing the wrong part of the service, and the one improvement that solopreneurs can make, which is pricing relative to the outcome of the result that you deliver. Hope that's helpful.